What's going on, big soccer heads? I'm Eric Krakauer. He's Lloyd Sam. And this is Crown Talk. I think we have to start by wishing you a happy belated birthday. You turned beep.
I've got a mentor in my mouth again. Remember a few episodes back we did this?
Yeah, and during the game as well. Yeah, crunch it up.
During the game?
During the game, second half, or like a halftime segment.
Oh, I had one in?
Yeah, you put them in at the wrong time, always.
So how did I perform with the mentor?
I don't remember. I don't remember. So it was your birthday.
It was my birthday.
Big week. We've gotten some questions on Twitter, and I guess I'm going to hit one up right now, and it's from Top Bin.
Top Bin?
Our
What's
friend
he saying?
Jorge Gonzalez. What did you do for your birthday?
What did I do for my birthday? Honestly, the celebrations are coming. My birthday was yesterday, but I'm not a big celebrate on the birthday guy. I'm like, celebrate when people are available. So, you know, you tell me, what are we doing for my birthday?
I don't know.
Lisandro.
We'll keep everybody posted.
What are we doing we'll keep you guys posted. But I haven't celebrated it yet. If we get a win this weekend, there's big celebrations going on.
Well, there's been plenty of reasons to celebrate. 2 consecutive wins.
Hold on, can I just be official that if we get a win this weekend, big celebrations.
Okay.
We're going to send out the party invite for that.
This is open to anyone.
We're going to need a lot of space then.
You're being touchy-feely again.
Am I being touchy-feely? Your hand is on me as well.
I just did it to show you what you're doing. All right, transition time.
All right.
There's a reason to celebrate, right? Back-to-back wins, as I just said.
Yeah.
Sweeping the defending champions, NYCFC. That game followed up with a nail-biting thriller at Soldier Field, 3-2 against Chicago. Coming back from 2 down, all 3 goals in the second half. One of them disallowed, I think, incorrectly. And belief in the playoffs, once again, what's the word that I'm looking for? Belief is renewed.
I like it when you guys join in and throw things in. I love that.
Rekindled, I think, was the word that I used on air.
I've been riding the wave of that win that those boys fought and got 3-2, and I think we all have been.
Yeah.
It's been it's nearly 2 weeks, and now we've got the next game coming. Playoff hopes are back alive. I mean, we're in the fight, and the boys are just going from strength to strength. You would love more than 3 games now, because I feel like new managers come in, the belief is there, the new players have meshed. Whatever happens, you carry that into the next season.
Had there been no World Cup, we'd have another month, I think, of a season. The new players who came in, who had to wait on the sidelines because of their visas, would have more of an impact, and they've had an impact.
Oh, they've had an impact.
And boy, did they have an impact in that game. Nuno Santos comes off the bench to score the equalizer, which was a redemptive moment for him because he coughed up the ball against Cincinnati.
Did you start bringing that up? That's not his fault.
I think there's a lot of parties to blame, but it contextualizes the story, right? A moment like that is only heightened by what happened previously.
Hey, sometimes we want to get away from that. But yeah, I guess it ends with him and the redemptive moment.
I think it shows a strength of character, right?
Actually,
and I think that's an important point.
I take it back, you're right to bring that up.
And I love what he said about the teammates too. Everybody coming, to support him, and I think that has been certainly one of the characteristics of this team. It is a very unified group, a harmonious group, and you played for 19 seasons. That's not always the case.
It's not always the case. This is as unified, I won't say as I've ever seen a team, but some of the talk that comes out of there, Anton Walkes had that interview. When he was talking, I was like, that's the kind of team I like to play for.
Yeah.
They don't care about the outside noise.
And it translated onto the pitch in Chicago, because you're coming out of the tunnel for the second half, not down and out, but pretty close to it, and then you score a goal that gets taken away. At that moment, you and I thought, this is it, right? This is the season. How do you bounce back from that? And yet bounce back they did, led by Swiderski, who I thought fittingly wore the captain's armband that day.
Oh my goodness. Comebacks don't happen for no reason. Right. You come back to 3-2. So I went back and imagined that I didn't know the result, and I was looking, and I'm like, what are all the body language signs? Swiderski with the captain's armband. His body language this time was, ref, get us going. Guys, get that.
Picked up the ball, took it back.
All of that. With him with the captain's armband, it's a genius move. You give a guy a responsibility, and sometimes they just go to another level. The body language is exactly what you want to see from your captain and Karol Swiderski.
You mentioned his body language and how
Yeah.
it changed with the captain's armband. And that's one of the things that has caused some of the fans to level criticism at him in the past, that he wore his emotions on his sleeve. But there was no denying that his quality was evident to anybody who was watching the game. A guy who can play multiple positions, who doesn't have a weakness, as far as I'm concerned, in his game. So the fact that now we get that leadership side from him, that perhaps his confidence is boosted by that brace against Chicago, and then a goal in international duty, getting an assist from Lewandowski.
He's on top of the world.
On top of the world, and it really brimming with confidence as he goes into this game with Philadelphia.
Are we doing a hot take? Because I've got a hot take for Karol Swiderski.
All right, so you're doing Texas Pete hot take now.
Texas Pete hot take.
Look into the camera and say, this is my Texas Pete hot take.
This is my Texas Pete hot take. I'm still a little stuffy. But anyway, this is my Texas Pete hot take. Karol Swiderski. I'm going past this game, and I know I shouldn't because it's about this game. If he starts in the World Cup, do I even need to finish the hot take?
Yes.
If he starts in the World Cup, he's going to turn a few heads over there. It could get very interesting for him if he starts and he's up with Lewandowski. We saw the goal he scored.
Yeah.
And we see how he's playing.
The
right
winning
now.
goal as well in the Nations League. I was just looking at our one of our video managers, Ian Kunze, because he told us before we started recording, keep it sort of short, and we're just digressing, and he has to edit all of this.
Okay.
Just put it in the way it is.
Okay,
Ian.
so one thing we got to touch on. Why are we in the upper deck? I mean, the upper deck is open this weekend. This is an appeal to say the boys need that support again. This is going to be a tough game as well.
It will be. Philadelphia are right now neck and neck with LAFC in the battle for the Supporter Shield. If they win it, it would be 2 in 3 years. They're undefeated in 6 as well, it should be said. And they need that support.
They've got stuff to play for. We've got stuff to play for. Can't wait for Saturday.
I can't wait for Saturday either. By the way, we're also wearing these beauties. It's going to be Blackout Saturday.
Blackout Saturday.
Blackout
So
Saturday.
when are these going on?
And these are
sale?
going to go on sale on Saturday. So,
on
it's
Saturday.
t-shirts, it's hats. I think it's a scarf as well.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot there in the store. I think it's going to sell out pretty quickly. So make sure you get here early
These are quite
and
cool.
buy them. We're fortunate enough that they've given us 2 of them to wear today, appropriately as well, because it's quite windy up here. It's whipping around.
It's quite cold, but yeah, I like them.
So talking about Saturday, before we wrap this one up, got some questions on Twitter. One of the questions from Orange Goat, who's one of our favorite fans. We bump
He's
into
one of
him
our favorite fans,
a lot. I mean,
We've got a lot of favorite fans.
we do. We got a lot of them. He's asked whether the conditions on Saturday, because there is a Hurricane Ian hitting Florida right now, and we're going to get the vestiges of that hurricane. By the way, our thoughts are most certainly with the people in Florida, a state where we just moved from, and we wish them well. It's going to be wet. How will that affect the game? Whom does it benefit is his
Whom
question.
does that benefit? That's hard to say. Honestly, normally I like the home team whenever there's things that go wrong, but it doesn't always end up like that. It's a tough question, Orange Goat. Thanks for the tough question. But who does it benefit?
It worked out against NYCFC. It was drizzling throughout that game. It had rained pretty heavily, and I thought that, well, we talked about this, that was probably the best performance from Charlotte all season long, just dominating possession, taking the game to NYCFC, battling it out in the second half, a man down.
Both teams are going to be up for this. It's hard to say who that's going to benefit, but there's too much at stake for both teams. They're not going to be put off of rain with a supporter shield, as a possibility. And the same with our boys. Playoff, you have to win the game. So it sets up for a great game. Rain, it's going to be a fight. It's going to be I'm getting stuffy. It's going to be a battle. Philadelphia would not take Charlotte lightly. Whatever anyone said, they're not going to take Charlotte lightly.
They will not take Charlotte lightly. It's been a wild ride. The wild ride continues on Saturday at 5:30 at Bank of America Stadium. It is Fan Appreciation Night. You guys have been fantastic all season long. 2 more home games, but this one is absolutely huge. So we expect a huge turnout. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait. For the crown.
Up in the upper deck.